Welcome back to another racetrack builder video. This is version 2.0, not quite out yet, but ready for beta testing by Patreons. We can create a number of different tracks for games with direct export to each of these now. Assetto Corsa we'll choose for now, and we'll notice that the interface has changed slightly. Random Heights has now got an additional feature here, as well as Berlin Noise. You've got mountains in here, so let's see what we get. Some random mountains. There we go. We got some reasonable looking mountains. It can vary. This one's fairly average. So you get more ridges going through here, which are a lot more believable. You could have modified all of this yourself and done it yourself, but this comes up with some pretty good things. Now, the greenness is really a mixture here of the terrain base and how the terrain mask is applying each of these four different textures over the top of your base. So you ended up getting a blend. If we zoom right in here, you can see each of these textures are done in a small amount and blended through to get you this spotty look. I don't particularly like spotty looks, so what I did was created this terrain auto paint, and that comes in and gives us a little bit more of a realistic kind of look. Textures, these are default textures. You can change these to whatever you want. They don't actually have to be snow, rock, grass, sand and water. You can change them to whatever you like, but it will, using the height, so we can put the snow in from all the way down low all the way up high, or we can just put it in this top section here. You can drag it, or you can click and drag. So click and drag is kind of good if you're replacing the whole thing, or you can just slide one edge. Rocks have a special place in that not only do they have their line between these heights, you can bring them into slopes. So where the slope is sharp, they'll come into play more. I'll leave it there for now. You've also got a texture scale here. So you can see it has a big effect there. That's an overall texture scale. And then each of the different ones have their own scale, so I can scale just one of the textures independently. Then we've got some noise. So the noise is really just how much each of the layers is going to blend with another one. You've got the noise scale, so that reduces. It's probably easier to see on this. If I change the scale. And then you've got softness, which is how sharp the transition happens between them. And then you've got this overall brightness, which I really wouldn't adjust too much. It will flare out too much. The white mask is really replacing this first texture with a whiteness there. I prefer to have it on because you get clearer images. So okay to that, and that's actually gone and changed both the terrain base, the terrain mask, and the white. Terrain mask is kind of mostly reddish, which is bringing in the red color here. R, G, B, and alpha is how that's actually saved in the texture. So that's all well and good. There's this other button here, which we used to just have this ability to paint whatever color on the terrain you wanted. So that does the opposite of it. You can double click and you can pick another color. We already had that before. What I've added to that is the ability to paint different textures now. So this is actually affecting your base there. So you're still getting the mask painted over the top of that, but this is another way to just color in whatever color you want it to. You could have gone into your favorite paint program and done the same in there, but this just gives you a little bit more flexibility to do it here. Anyway, coming out in version 2 soon. Thanks again for watching.